Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience.
What did you say?
For a modern gaming audience.
What are you, retarded? I know you're not retarded. But what are you, Down syndrome?
So Indiana Jones and the Great Circle video game trailer was just announced the other day, and there was a lot of hype online about this game. I mean, it was all over the place. The gameplay, to be fair, looked really good. Even I was really excited about it. From what we saw, the soundtrack was really good. The gameplay that we saw was very fluid, great graphics, right? It looked and felt like Indiana Jones, and everybody was pretty much excited about it, especially with what we've recently got from Indiana Jones and that horrible Dial of Destiny movie. This is a great opportunity for people to jump in the shoes of Indiana Jones and play a good story, especially when it's taking place during Indiana Jones's prime. Well, then people started to notice a video that was circulating that came out from the developers, going into a little bit more of the details of this video game. And for the most part, the video was really good. But then there were a couple red flags that people started to notice that absolutely is making everybody a little concerned, and for good reason. Because we have seen these red flags over and over again, not only in video games, but in movies, TV series, comic books. It seems like this video game might be filled with identity politics. Now, as you saw in the intro of the video, that was the main clip that made everybody worried. Now, the main thing that people are having the issue with is what this person said, telling a Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. When you hear those words, that usually means that you're going to have diversity, equity, and inclusiveness slammed in your game, which is identity politics. And no offense, while making this video, there's plenty of people that they could have had say that line in this video, but they chose this specific person who is wearing a Robert E. Lee Civil War jacket, it seems like, with the LGBTQ flag pinned on their jacket and a shirt and half their head shaved. And I have no problem with the LGBTQ community. I don't care what you do and what your preferences are, but we have seen multiple times again and again that people like this in the industry of whatever they're in like to slam their identity politics and their ideology into whatever project they are working on. It's just, it happens over and over and over again. And if you call it out, though, you get called a bigot, you get called all types of names, but in reality, it's to the point now that you have every right to get defensive because it happens over and over. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. As you can see right here, those words, modern audience, are code for nonsense, always. And a lot of people are unhappy with this because they know what's going to happen. You could see a lot of people are like, oh, always, every time. Well, guess we're going to save $70. Another issue that people were having problems with was the other protagonist that they introduced, who goes by the name of Gina. Now, I'm sure, and we all know this, what is more than likely going to happen. Maybe it's a quick assumption, I don't know. But we have seen it time and time again. You have a strong, independent woman who's going to show Indy in his prime. They're going to show up Indiana, and she's going to be the star of the show. Or she's going to be the one to show him how to do things. If she's just going to be a sidekick to Indiana Jones, and you don't have to play as her, I mean, that's probably not as big of a deal, but it depends on how they depict it, right? If she's going to be better than everything in Indiana Jones, yeah, it's going to get annoying. But more than likely, as we've seen before, they're probably going to have you play a couple levels as her. I don't want to play as anybody else in an Indiana Jones game. Just like in a Tomb Raider game, I wouldn't want to play as anybody else but Lara Croft, because it's a Lara Croft video game. And like I said, you could see all throughout the comments the same type of stuff. Gina is going to be the message for this game. Well, RIP, Indiana Jones game. Look at me, I'm Indiana Jones now. Something like Indiana Jones should never be meant for modern audiences. It should feel like the 1930s and not present-day America. It pulls people out of the story of your game. Exactly. New gaming audience, mega flop. So tons of people understand what that means. This type of stuff is cause for concern because we have seen this time and time again, not only just in video games, current day movies, TV series that come out, comic books, it doesn't matter. Any form of media gets infected by DEI nonsense, diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. When you see that code word for a story for a modern day audience, that tells me everything that I need to know, and for me to hit the brakes and not get hyped up about a game and not go run out and buy it when it first comes out. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people that are going to be streaming it, and they can tell me everything that I need to know before I run out and spend $70, because like I said, people could be jumping the gun and assuming the worst and it actually not have any of that at all. I don't know, but we're going to have to wait and see. But let me know in the comments below. I always love to hear what you guys think about this stuff. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll catch you next time.